Helen Moon is with us.
Oh, yes. Hope you're ready. I need to pick your brain.
Right. Helen, a nanny who, among other things, worked for Elton John.
Which is why we're listening to Elton John.
And who have, they have two children, and she's here to answer some of the questions she gets asked the most.
Oh, gosh.
Safety.
I don't even know where to begin.
Well, it's National
Safety's a good place to start.
Awareness Month for babies right now. So safety is a big thing. There's a lot of little issues that people don't think about. Like, for example, when you have your baby in a car, in the car seat, first of all, you've got to make sure the car seat's installed properly. There are 179,000 children in car accidents a year. Now, fortunately, only about 1,000 of them are fatal, but, you know, it's all down to making sure that the car seat is installed correctly.
A lot of my friends say when, you know, you have the baby at the hospital and everything, and then it's time to go home, nobody helps you. They just send you, and you're like, you got the car seat, and you don't know how to put the baby in, and there's no instruction manual.
No, there isn't, but you know, that's where you have to be prepared. It's really important you get your car seat installed before you go to the hospital, and you learn how to put the baby in before, because unfortunately, legally, they're not allowed to tell you how to do it. You have to know.
All these rules.
You know, and then there's other little issues that go along with that. It's like where you place your diaper bag. You don't want it beside your baby because it could bump, they could grab things out. So the best thing to do is tuck it down underneath the seat so nothing can fall out, nothing can be grabbed. And also another thing is toys. You've got to make sure you have soft toys in the car, because if you have to stop suddenly and they've got a little hard toy in their hand, it's going to bump on their face. So there's lots of little things to think about with safety like that.
And you put the car seat, it seems like a lot of people have it like diagonal so they can look, but I know you're not supposed to look too much. Do you have a mirror? Do you not have a mirror?
You know, the best thing to do is to have the car seat in the middle of the back seat, and you can get little mirrors so that you can look through your mirror and see back. Or if you have someone, like if your husband's driving, you sit in the back with the baby, so you can always see what's going on.
You know what'll end up happening? I'll be driving, he'll be in the back seat.
He'll be holding. Yeah.
No.
He's more anxious than she is.
Yeah, he's a little bit nervous.
You know, I mean, we have this traditional idea that mothers are more anxious than the fathers, but that's not always true.
It's not always true, no. I've known a few dads that have been much more anxious, you know, and pushing mums to breastfeed. You have to breastfeed to make my baby smarter. And
By the way, you're not going to go through this competitive, my baby's going to be the smartest.
Oh, no. Okay. I'm already okay with the fact that it's probably not going to be the smartest.
Doesn't it give you a headache what parents will do now in the name of making their child smarter?
You know, I mean, it's just down to how breast milk has been, you know.
I'm going to give it a go, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'll just see how it happens.
Do you know what I always say to parents? It's like most of us were raised on formula, because when we were little, when we were little, formula was the way to go. That was the best thing to have, and I don't think we're that stupid.
I haven't. We're not that stupid.
Something that happened that's interesting. It was the more educated, more financially set people who bottle fed.
Right.
And it was the lower level breastfed.
Right. Exactly.
Now there's a reversal.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Like 100% of graduate students breastfeed.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the way it goes. I have a specific question, because now I'm just getting started preparing the nursery, and the gifts are starting to come through, and I registered for a baby bumper.
Right.
For the crib.
Right.
And then I'm getting calls from my sister-in-law and different people saying, no, on the baby bumper.
No, bumpers have gone from being these super thick, really puffy bumpers to thinner. And now they're saying no bumpers at all. It's actually the safest. Because it allows airflow. It does look really cute, I know. But you know, you get the frilly little ruffle. But you get the frilly little ruffle at the bottom. Now, you know, if you get a thin bumper, bumpers are fine as long as you have plenty of room around the baby.
Right. But they're very small and they're not rolling around.
Exactly. Okay. And then as they get bigger, you take the bumper off. But it's all to do with airflow. With the whole thing about SIDS and everything like that right now, they want to make sure that there's plenty of air circulating and the baby's not rebreathing its own air and exposed to too much CO2.
Do we fully understand SIDS, sudden infant death
We still
syndrome?
don't fully understand SIDS, no. I don't know if they ever will. I've heard different, I mean, I've looked it up as much as I could to make sure I'm doing the best for the families I work for. But, you know, there's supposedly going to be a genetics test. Apparently you may possibly be predisposed to being susceptible to it.
I mean, it's a tragedy upon a tragedy, because parents feel responsible and maybe they're not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. The bottom line is that, you know, in a case of SIDS, you're really not responsible. There's nothing you probably could have done.
Yeah.
So just taking as many precautions as you can. So I have a few other items here. This is a cute little thing. When I was first learning to be a nanny,
Look at that.
this is a little backpack that goes on the back of a child.
Adorable.
And let's see if you can see the picture there, but it goes on the back. So if you're out at the mall with your baby, you have a little 18-month-old who wants to be running around the place, you can keep them restrained like this, and they're going to love this.
I'll find her. Come back.
My son used to love, you know, the little, when we're in a clothing store and you have that little circle of clothes, he used to love to go under there and hide from me and like pop out.
That's good
So they can do that, and you can still have hold of them.
Hold on to the tongue.
Exactly, just hold the bone.
Hold on to the bone.
Hold on to the bone. So this is a great way to keep your child safe when you're out and
The
about.
first time I went skiing, a guy and a kid were doing this, and I went right past them. Thank you, Helen.